and I'm in my basement. I'm just gonna embrace this, okay, guys? I've been wanting to go live for a while, and this is my current living situation. I have more privacy to talk about things and not be interrupted in my basement. So I'm just gonna embrace it, and this is gonna be like the coolest live ever, or it's gonna be like just the most embarrassing. I have no clue. So yeah, I'm filming this in my basement so that I will not be interrupted by my roommate, and so also so that I feel relaxed because I want to talk about some kind of out there things, and I do have fear about talking about some of these things. So, but today I'm just like starting really simple, but I also don't want like someone roaming around through my space while I'm filming because then I know that I'll filter myself and restrict what I'm saying even more. And I don't want that. So, good morning. Good morning. Okay. I'm drinking hot water with salt. Yum. It actually tastes really good. I started doing this a few months ago and it's delicious. And it's like basically this is like Gatorade when they want you to have electrolytes. And this is natural Gatorade. You can also add lime or lemon to it. It's like legit. Drink this instead of Gatorade. Um, um, yeah, also you'll hear like the furnace will probably kick on and off because I'm in my basement. So I'm just embracing it. Um, I I've been wanting to go live for a while, and it's something that I've really feared. And so this morning I just woke up. I'm like, you know what? Today's the day. I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. Um, about a year ago, I started this new mantra, like let fear be your master or let fear be your guide. So I try to find where I have fear. Um, Also, this is not the topic, but I'm just kind of like rambling and introducing myself. Just I'm getting warmed up, but let fear be your master. Let fear be your guide. So it's like if I feel something in my life that I have fear around, I try to just jump in. I try to just jump in, just go for it, move through the fear. Um, so hence why I'm like, I'm just gonna go live because I could wait a few more months. I could wait until I have privacy and a perfect space. You know, I could keep waiting and putting it off, but these are really all excuses because of the fear. Or the fear that this environment isn't good enough, or I don't have perfect lighting and people will judge me. And that's all fear based. That's all fear based. So I want to just dive in and move through it. So, yeah, I've been thinking about doing lives because with YouTube, my blocks are that I don't really like to edit. I don't like to edit. I don't like to sit down and go through the footage and piece things together. It's not something that brings me a lot of joy. I can do it, but I don't love editing. I don't love creating a thumbnail. I don't love having to upload it and like put hashtags and a title and a description and um like I've just they're all things I can do and it's fine, right? It doesn't take that much energy, but it still does. And I've always envisioned, I'm like, I would love to just sit down in front of the camera and talk, and that's all. Um, so having going live is my way to do that and to just, yeah, not make excuses for why I'm not posting and not editing. So I can just sit down and just do the thing. And I think, um, eventually, if I want to keep doing this and get a bigger following, it's it's live, right? I get to kind of create a space and create community for people for us to be here together. Although I have no one watching right now, that's okay. Um, so I'm going to get started with the little mini download that I got this morning. And, I'm sure you've experienced this too, where it's like you're like learning something or you're studying something, and then suddenly it just clicks. It just clicks. Or, you have like a whole chapter. Maybe it's just one line that really clicks for you, or it's, one paragraph or one theme or one topic that it just clicks. And this morning, something just really clicked for me. And I just started to get this download, and I saw me like drawing this out on paper. So I want to try to do this now. I'm really not sure with the camera, like how the drawing on paper thing is gonna go. But like I said, I like to just dive in. I like to just start. No excuses. Just start something. Okay, so what are we talking about today? I want to talk about time and space. Time and space, time and space. And I think I think I'm going to be able to describe it in like a very simple and straightforward way. I hope. The way I'm seeing it in my head, but this is why I want to practice like communicating these concepts. Um, so basically the whole idea of today is that on Earth, right here, we live in a time and space reality, but that's just our reality here. And there's so much more going on outside of the way that we see it. So, I wanted to try to draw something, which it looks like can I like change my camera? Okay. So, guys. Is there a way I can make this taller? This is Ah, please bear with me. I really wanted to just dive into this today. Really wanted to just dive in. I just wanted to start. I don't have a perfect setup. I don't have perfect equipment. Um, I don't really have anything exactly prepared except for what I was kind of seeing in my head this morning. Let me I can envision this. Guys, thank you for bearing with me. Oh, okay. This is great. Okay, so, I think this is like right side up. Okay, so, gosh, this is like not ideal, but we're doing it. Okay, so, can I reach around here? Okay, so on, I want to say basically, okay, so I'm gonna draw a little planet, really beautiful little planet. So, we're here, we're living a human experience, right? We are humans right now. We live on a place called Earth. This is our home. We are physical, right? Which means we are made of matter. Earth is made of matter, right? All of this is made of matter, okay? We are human, we're on Earth. Everything around here is physical matter, okay? Um, and this kind of stuff, is dimension. Dimension. Have you seen this? Gosh, it's kind of blurry. Is the dimension that we live in. So I don't exactly have the vocabulary yet to describe all the different dimensions. Okay. I I would love to share that when I get it, but there are different dimensions. Okay. Um, this is the dimension that we live in. This is our reality. Okay. And amidst all of this, we live in a time and space reality. Okay. Whoa, did it get blurry and come back? Okay. We live in a time and space reality. here, okay? Which means, and this is very simple, we all understand this because this is how we experience things as humans. But I won't get to that yet. So, for example, time. We experience things as the past happened in the past. Then there's the now, and then there is future. This is how we experience time. Past, you know, 5 years ago, 100 years ago, million years ago, dinosaurs, when we were babies. There is the now, which is where we are sitting now. Then there is our future. It could be 1 minute from now, 5 minutes in the future, 10 hours, 10 days, 10 years, 10 millennia. This is how we view reality. Past happened. This is happening now. The future is happening in the future. Okay? This is how we experience time. And guys, you're going to love my drawings. um, and space. Okay? So, space. So, you know, yeah, I'm over here. This person's over here. And there's distance. There's physical distance between us, right? It could be 2 feet, could be 2 miles, it could be 2,000 miles. Okay, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry if this isn't very clear. It could be 2,000 light years away. Whatever. I'm just trying to show a very simple example. We see there's space. There's space between us. Okay, let me pull this up. Okay, this is how we experience reality as humans on Earth with physical matter. And this is more or less what we've been taught, right? This is how we experience things, and this is how we've been taught to view reality, is that we are physical. This is how time flows. There's space between everything. Okay, this is how we've been taught. However, basically the download that I got this morning, which it clicked, is basically there's all of this, but that isn't the only thing that exists. Basically outside of all of this doesn't exist. And what I mean is that there is a there are other perspectives into this. Okay, let me try to explain. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, on Earth, blah, 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 as humans, this is our experience. Okay. This is our experience. And then there's like all of this other stuff out here. How do I communicate this? Basically, if you're here and you're looking around, you're like, I live in time and space. You're in a bubble, okay? You're in a bubble experiencing this outside of this bubble that we are in. Time and space do not exist in the way that we perceive them. Do not exist. Okay. So, I'm just trying to explain this in ways that are simple and also straight to the point, with examples. So, here, from our perspective, as physical beings, this is what we see, okay? Physics, the physics that we have on this planet right now shows this, that time and space do not exist. And it's very hard for us to wrap our minds around. You know, there's physicists that do extremely complex math and they get their PhDs, you know, and they spend their careers on this, and it's like Neil deGrasse Tyson. You know, these are the people that can understand this and the different dimensions and try to explain it. Um, but it's actually something. This concept is something that we can experience. Okay, this can be this can be learned through experience. Okay, this can be learned through experience. So it's not it's you don't just need to be a physicist or an engineer or a mathematician to understand this. This is something that can be experienced. This is something that can be experienced. You can learn, you can do things to experience that time and space do not exist. Okay? So, to recap this, we are in this bubble. We are in a bubble looking out. We can feel very confined by our humanness and our physical matter. And we see this experience and we think this is all that exists. And this is more or less, I mean, in our mainstream education, this is what we've been taught exists. I went to school and studied engineering. Everything I learned in school is based on time and space. It's based on time and space. It's based on this model. It's based on this model. It's based on the model that, you know, the sun is so many miles and whatever, light years, whatever. There's space in between me and the sun. Time goes from this way. There's space in between me and the sun. There's space in between me and the planets. And there's a model of physics that explains it. And we have to create all of our technology using these principles, right? This is what I learned in school. This is a lot of what all of our technologies, well, most of our technologies right now are based on. Is this model of reality, time space reality. When you transcend this understanding, time space reality, and you can understand that time and space do not exist in the way that we have been taught, we can develop amazing technologies and expand our consciousness and just understand the nature of reality. I mean, that's what this really is about. And that's why I like to learn about these things and think about these things, is because I like to understand. I like to understand what the heck is going on around me, why we're here, how this all works. I like to understand how this all works. And I get downloads, I meditate, and this stuff comes to me. Okay, so if you take one thing from this video, guys, sorry, this is like kind of drawn out, but I'm trying to just hammer the point in, is that we see time and space in a certain way from our experience. We are in a bubble. If you were looking at it from another perspective, from these other dimensions, as a being incarnated in another dimension, looking in an earth, time and space do not exist. Okay, guys, this whole thing is just flowing. I really didn't prepare. So this is fun. So, what do I mean? This is like a freaking college lecture, guys. This is what my professors used to do. I feel like a professor. Okay, so time and space do not exist. What do I mean by this? What do I mean? What do you mean? What do I mean? What? Guys, I hope my phone has battery. What do I mean by time and space do not, the limit does not exist? Is that from Mean Girls or something? What do I mean by time and space do not exist? Guys, this is probably the most well put together YouTube video I've ever seen in my life. What do I mean by time and space do not exist? I mean that all time exists now. All time exists now. All time exists now. So I just like to, let's give some examples. For whatever reason, I keep thinking about the dinosaurs. The dinos, the dinosaurs. That shit's happening now. You know, what else happened in history? Why do I just keep thinking of dinosaurs? I've always really wished I could just go see them. Dinosaurs are happening now. Let's see. Um, let's see. You know, basically anything that you learned in history is happening now. Let's see. The Civil War is happening now. Everything is happening now. Everything is happening now. You know, the day you were born, that's also happening now. Now is happening now. And 10 years from now, 10 years in the future, years, it's happening now. Okay, guys, these are not great examples, but you get the point. All points of time are happening now. All points of time or in time. All points in time are happening. I want to say now. I want to say simultaneously. Simultaneously. All points in time are happening now. Meaning, I'm going to come back to this. Meaning, we experience this. We experience this, but we are in a bubble. We are limited. We are in this bubble, seeing things this way. If you are outside of this bubble, you can see all the other things. You can see all the other things when you're outside of this bubble. So, if you get outside of this bubble, you can see all points in time. You can see all points in time. You can see all points in time. Okay? Okay. We will probably come back to this. Guys, I'm glad I got so much paper. Okay, so let me also give the example of space. So, what do I mean by space does not exist? Space does not exist. Okay, give me a second. What do I mean by space does not exist? Okay, so let me draw this again. So maybe, you know, here's our planet, guys. I don't know what continents this is, but this is going to be, so We see there's miles and there's space between us, okay? However, I want to share a personal experience about this. Maybe I'll move this camera back for a second. Okay, hello. I'm gonna come back to a personal, see my face, and then we'll go back to it. Guys, this is so long. I thought this would take like 10 minutes. So I'm going to share from personal experience, my experience with space, space not existing. So I have been practicing Reiki for about 3 years. Um, and Reiki is a type of energy work. It's a type of energy work. It's a type of healing energy work that you can either practice on yourself or you can practice on other people. Um, yeah, it is working on someone's energetic body. Now, I can do this from anywhere in the world. I can work on someone from anywhere in the world because I have clients from all over. This is what I mean. This has really helped me understand this because it has helped me understand that truly space doesn't exist and that I can connect with someone instantly. Okay? So usually like my clients and I, we talk ahead of time and we plan the time and we're communicating. All I have to do is use my mind to turn on the flow of energy and I can connect with them. I connect with them anywhere. And what's great about this is that we get to communicate and talk about our experiences afterwards. So they are having a very real, visceral experience in their bodies while the energy is working on them. They are having an experience. I, on my side, channeling the energy, I'm having an experience. And then we talk afterwards and we're able to validate this is what I felt. I felt this emotion. I felt this moving in this part of my body. This part felt really hot. This part, this thing was moving. And then I'm able to say, yeah, I felt that too on my side. So I've worked with clients across the city. I've worked with clients across the country. I've worked with clients across the world. Okay. So this has been my experience that I can connect with someone's body, with their energy body on the other part of the planet. So, this was my kind of like gateway or entryway to being like, there's a way to bypass, like, there's a way to connect with people in this energetic realm. It's not physical, but an energetic realm, space doesn't exist. I can connect with anyone anywhere. I start to receive information and downloads on the person if they're willing and open to it, because then I can kind of facilitate a conversation afterwards. And besides just the energy, if I get information on them, a lot of times I can kind of like talk them through stuff and coach them through or point them in direction of like resources and practices um, based on what I'm picking up. Anyway, I don't want to tangent into like my Reiki practice, but that was my first experience with space doesn't exist. If I can use my mind and I can connect with them anywhere, um, space doesn't exist. So, in the way that we perceive it, right? I don't want you guys to get caught up with like, oh my God, she's saying like doesn't exist. I mean, um, okay, just to reiterate, I mean that we live in a time space reality, okay? We live in a time space reality. All I'm saying is that if you're looking, if you can get out of this experience in the whole universe, the whole nature of things, this doesn't actually exist. This it doesn't actually exist. In that, what I mean by that is that What I mean by they do not exist in the way that we perceive it is that actually all points in time are happening now. All points in time are happening simultaneously. Okay? You can see all points in time. And there are techniques that we can use right now, actually from our physical bodies, using consciousness, that we can see these points in time. And I mean, space does not exist. Space does not exist in the way that we perceive it. In the way that we perceive it. Everything is connected. So, okay, what do I mean by this? Everything is connected, and really, really, there is no space between things. Between, um, between, I'm just going to put things for now. There's really no space between things. Okay? Because I know this is completely getting out of the model of reality that we've been taught. Completely getting out of the model of reality that we've been taught. But, sorry, I hear my roommate walking around upstairs and I'm getting distracted. And I knew this would happen. I'm kind of getting pulled out of my zone. Okay, let me try to wrap this up quickly. So, there are a couple of techniques that we can use to get out of this bubble. To get out of this bubble. There are techniques. There are techniques. There are techniques. You could also say processes to see out of, I'm going to call it this time, space. I'm going to call it a bubble because I think that's a good way for me to communicate it because it's just a little bubble. It exists for us, but outside of the bubble and all of the universe, it doesn't exist. There are techniques and processes to see, not just to see. Right now, I'm going to talk about seeing out of this time-space bubble. There are also techniques and processes to move, to travel. I'm not going to talk about this today because I don't really know much about this, but there are also techniques and processes to move through this. Maybe for a future video once I have a better understanding of this, but I don't. So let's just talk about seeing. So a couple of techniques are remote viewing, remote viewing, remote viewing, and astral travel. Today, I am just feeling like sharing these two, remote viewing and astral travel. Now, I am going to say this. These are not things that I've practiced myself, okay? I have not practiced these myself. So take this with a grain of salt. But I know that these exist. I know that these exist, and clearly kind of what I'm doing right now is I'm getting a transmission, I'm getting a download about this. So these may be things that I practice. Astral travel is something I have a lot of interest in and would love to practice. So today we're just going to talk about these at a very high level because I can't completely explain them yet because I haven't experienced them yet. But remote viewing. Remote viewing is again, I don't have the perfect words to describe it. These two things are different. I don't have the exact words, so I'm just gonna highlight at a very high level. Remote viewing is basically you're staying you're staying in your body, but you're able to travel and see. You're able to see. You're able to see anything anywhere. But it's more you stay in your body. You stay in your body. It's more like you get an image in your mind's eye. Image. Oh my god, I'm so distracted by all the footsteps upstairs. Oh my god. Image. I'm glad I came downstairs. Kind of frustrating. Just getting sidetracked. You stay in your body and you're able to get an image in your mind's eye. So it's like you see a TV screen, but you're able to see, you're able to see other places, time, other places in space. Could people use this for spying? Yes. Could they use it for good things? Could they use it to meet with people in other places? Yes. Astral travel is, I believe, you leave your body. And again, so you're actually, this has happened to me once, okay? This has happened to me once. I accidentally left my body and I was like, whoa, this is cool. This is a thing. I would love to learn how to do that. It basically felt like I was walking around, but my body wasn't there. Okay, my astral body separated from my physical body, which you do this while you're sleeping. You do this throughout the day too. Um, but these are techniques that you can learn, you can be trained, and you can become very adept at without any sort of technology. Okay? These are possible, very possible, and actually very easy for humans to do without any sort of technology. Remote viewing and astral travel. Again, this one has happened to me once, and I have someone in my inner circle whom I really trust who does this every day, remote viewing. I'm not going to get into that now or why he does that. Maybe he'll come on the channel at some point and talk about it. Um, he uses this every day to be able to be where he is and to see into other spaces. Okay, so these are techniques that are very easy, learnable, teachable techniques that we can practice without any technology, right? We don't need any technology. No technology needed. That, where'd it go? Yeah, like I said, this concept that time and space do not exist can be learned through experience because when you're remote viewing and you're able to see the freaking dinosaurs, or you're able to, you can also just stay in this time and see other places. I'm like, oh shit, she was right. Astral travel, same concept. You're astral traveling, you leave your body and you go back to ancient Egypt and you're literally watching things. You're going to other planets and other dimensions. You're like, oh shit. So, okay. Pardon my language. Sorry if they're wee little lads. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Maybe I shouldn't cuss on my channel. Oh man. Okay. So, let's start to wrap this up. As I'm going like really slow, going super slow. So I'm kind of just channeling this. Okay. What was the point of today? God, guys, I thought this would literally take 10 minutes. Maybe I should make a shorter video. Okay. Oh wait, that wasn't the first one. Okay, recap, end of lecture. Guys, this turned into a lecture. Maybe this is why I went to college, was to learn how to give things, give presentations in this format. I don't know. I have 0 viewers. that's cool. Hopefully, like, one person will watch this and be like, "Cool." And if not, it's cool. I'm helping myself too to understand this. Okay, this is us. This is the way we experience things. This is the way we've been taught things, that we live in a time-space reality. This is how we experience time. This is how we experience space. However, this is just our bubble. This is our bubble. This is the bubble that we experience. Outside of this bubble, time and space don't actually exist. Time and space do not actually exist. You do not need to be a mathematician or a physicist or Neil deGrasse Tyson to understand this concept. There are ways that you can learn this concept through experience. And two techniques that I shared today that you can learn through your own experience are remote viewing and astral travel. Okay? There are resources for this. I'm not an expert in these. I'm just sharing these today. What do I mean by time and space do not exist? I mean that actually all points in time are happening now. They're happening simultaneously. You can remote view any point in time. You can astral travel to any point in time. You can see all points in time. Everything is happening now. Past, present, future is happening now. And space actually does not exist. There's actually not this space between people. Basically, what I mean by that is that everything is connected. Everything, that's the big point. Everything, everything is connected. So, for example, you can do energy work on someone. You can, you can do energy work. You can send telepathic messages. Let's see. You can, how do I want to say this? Implications. You can do energy work anywhere around the world. Well, not just the world. Energy work across space. You can send telepathic messages. You can talk telepathically to anyone because we're all connected. And I want to say intergalactic travel. Intergalactic travel is possible and is a reality. Okay. So that was a great recap of today. Let me see if there's anything I want to say in conclusion. Why am I sharing this today? I don't know. I just got the urge to share, and I thought it'd take 10 minutes. But what is the point of all this? Why does this matter? Why does this matter? Gosh, how do I explain this? Why does this matter? The first point I want to say is that technology development for some reason I'm getting healing I think there's a third one. Technology development, healing, just evolution. That's funny. evolution, um, understanding, nature of reality, reality, and consciousness. Okay. All right, guys. Sorry, this is so long. This is like a lecture. Who's going to listen to this? I don't know. Why does all this matter? Why does today's video matter? Um, technology development. Technology development. All the new phase and era of technologies that are coming to the planet will be using these principles. Yeah, technology, healing. The main thing that's coming to me right now is like how I said, you can do energy work across space. You can do energy work across space. You can also do energy work across time. So you're able to go into your past and heal it. You're able to go into your future. Okay, guys, I don't want this to get too sidetracked. All I'm getting right now is healing, like doing energy work across time and space. I know for sure you can go into your quote unquote past. You can heal things. You can change timelines. Healing and evolution. It's time that we understand that we've been taught one model of physics. We've been taught a certain thing, which is just a piece. It's that we live in a time space reality, and outside of this bubble, there is so much more. There's so much more to the nature of the universe. There's so much more to reality, which can help us on a personal level in our personal lives, healing. Again, it's also going to help our planet with technologies, the new direction that technology is going to go. And just overall, as a species, as beings, we need to understand we need to understand how things really work for our personal lives and for technology. Understanding this very simple concept that we are in a bubble of time and space, and outside of this bubble of time and space aren't there. Outside of okay, guys. Orientation. I just knocked the camera over. I think this means we're done. I thought this would take 10 minutes. I got 0 viewers. This is awesome. This makes me feel really good about myself. Um, I just wanted to start. Um, yeah, let's open up a conversation about all of this. Um, okay, I'm just rambling on now. I like to do that. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. Like, I just want to keep talking because this stuff gets me so excited. Um, why does this matter? Why does this matter? This is where our technologies are going, and you're going to have to understand this to design these new technologies, which include like things like intergalactic travel, technologies to assist with remote viewing, technologies to assist with astral travel, highly advanced healing practices, energy practices, telepathy. Whoa, this just took like a woo. You might have been with me this whole time until I started talking about this, but this is where we're going. This is where we're going. This is where we're going. So, if you listened all the way through, especially with this like buzzing behind, thank you. Thank you. And even if you don't agree or like anything that I said, I hope this inspires you to speak your truth. To speak your truth. To say things that break reality. This is reality bending. And I'm sitting here saying it, and it's so vulnerable. So vulnerable. I broke through a lot of fear to come on this video today, and I'm still gonna have a lot of fear thinking about it afterwards, and but I'm here. So I hope this inspires you to speak your truth, speak your truth. And if there's something that you feel fear, just do it. If you've been wanting to start a project or YouTube channel, just do it. Like today, just do it. Okay? How do I end this thing? Thank you guys. Seriously, guys. So thank you so much if you've watched this. I hope that it's some little piece has helped you or all of it has helped you. Um, these are just downloads. This is the way my brain is always working, and it feels I haven't been able to express it, and I've been too. Not that I haven't been able to. I've been very scared to express it. These are the kind of things I'm like always thinking about. I thought this was a very simple one that I could start with today. Okay, I need to go get breakfast. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for watching. Um, I love you all. I hope that this helps. Okay, how do I? Okay, I don't know how to end this thing. Maybe I just press this. Bye, guys. Okay, bye. Thank you for.